right triangle trigonometry. Yes, going back to our old days in geometry. I think whenever we get to these students are like, yes, I remember doing, some of these. And yeah, obviously we're going to grow in semester 2. We're going to get to more advanced problems with trig. But at least for semester 1, it's just kind of a good review of understanding our trig. So this one says a 20-foot ladder is leaning against a wall. So ladies and gentlemen, just going back to basics. Remember algebra 1, geometry, algebra 2, you're given some description of what's going on. Draw a picture. Okay. So we have a 20-foot ladder. So we know that is going to be 20 feet. His ladder is against wall. The base of the ladder is 5 feet from the wall. So we can assume that the wall and the floor is going to create a 90-degree angle. And that is going to be 5 feet. What angle does the ladder make with the ground? How high is the wall? Does the ladder reach? Okay, so we can say that is going to be H. And we want to know what angle does the ladder make with the ground? So if I said, what angle does the ladder make with the wall? We'd want to look at this angle. If I'm saying, what angle does the ladder make with the ground? We're looking at this angle. And to represent that unknown, I'm going to give us a theta. Okay, that's going to represent the angle. So what I always like to do though, is I like to draw a picture. And sometimes that could be on a scratch piece of paper, depending on how much time, but I like to visualize what I have. And then what I like to do is just extract the math. I don't want to try to be doing math on some triangle that looks all janky from me creating a ladder or an airplane or a car or whatever else. I want to visualize it, see what's happening. And then I want to say, all right, what is just the information I need to know? I have 20 feet. Okay. I have 5 feet. And I have this missing angle, theta, and I can assume that this is going to create a 90-degree angle. So now I have a right triangle, right? And I know when I have a right triangle, there's 2 things I can use. I can use either the Pythagorean theorem, or I can use our trigonometric expressions. Now, obviously, we're looking for an angle, so the Pythagorean theorem is not going to be helpful here. But what I can do is use our trigonometric expressions. So let's just do a quick little review. Remember, sine of my angle, that is going to be opposite over the hypotenuse. Cosine of my angle is going to be the ratio of the adjacent over the hypotenuse. And tangent of an angle is going to represent the ratio of opposite over adjacent. Okay. So if I look at this angle, we always remember that the hypotenuse is directly across from the 90-degree angle. And we have the angle between, or the side length between the angle and the 90-degree. That's going to be our adjacent. And then this is going to be our opposite side. So hopefully you guys recognize we have the adjacent side and we have the hypotenuse. So therefore, you can see we're going to use the cosine function. So I'm going to do cosine of theta, which is our missing angle, which we're trying to find, is going to equal to 5, or we don't need the dimensions here because the feet are going to divide out. So 5 divided by 20. Okay, now you can reduce that if you want to 1/4. But now let's just go ahead and type this into our calculator. So therefore, if I want to solve for cosine, or I'm sorry, I want to solve for our angle, what we're basically going to do is going to take the cosine inverse of each side, just like we did for the logarithms. Okay, we're going to take the inverse cosine function to solve, and then I'll just leave that as 20. So therefore, people aren't like, where's the 1/4 go? Where'd that come from? So remember, cosine is a function. So the inverse of that function, those are going to undo each other. So therefore, I'm just going to be left with theta. And then I'm just going to rewrite this as a 1/4, right? Because 5 over 20 is the same thing as 1/4, right? Divide the top and the bottom by 5. So hopefully you guys can see where that came from. All right, so now again, we need to use that scientific calculator or a graphing calculator. So cosine inverse of 1/4 or 0.25. And I am getting 75.52. So theta equals a 75, and again, I'll just truncate it, 0.52 degrees. Now, I'm going to keep this in my calculator, all right? Because the next question is saying, how high up the wall does the ladder reach? And that is going to be H. So there's a couple ways you can do this. You can definitely say that, hey, I can use the Pythagorean theorem, right? So for B, I can create a Pythagorean theorem. I can say 5 squared plus H squared equals 20 squared. And that's not too bad, right? However, since I already have this number inside of my calculator, I can also use my trigonometric expressions. If I know now what this angle is, which is 75.52, and I want to be able to figure out H, I can either use my tangent, because that deals with the opposite, or I can use the sine function. just because I like using the sine, or just because, where is it? Yeah, just because, yeah, it doesn't really matter, but I'll use sine. So what I can say is the sine of 75.52. Now it's important though, when you're using your calculator, you don't want to actually type in that 75.52. You always want to use the exact or full angle, as many digits as you can. That's why I'm writing it in there in this case. But what I'm going to use in my calculator is I'm going to use the answer feature, which most scientific or graphing calculators have. So I'm just going to type in sine of last answer, which is my 75.522487881. Okay. Of that angle is equal to my opposite over 20. So therefore, I can say h is equal to a 20 times the sine of 75.52. But again, remember, I'm going to use the answer feature in my calculator. So now all I'm going to do and type in my calculator, I'll just do 20 times a sine of last answer, which was, again, already in my calculator. And in this case, I am going to get a 19.36. And again, does that kind of make sense? Yeah, it's not bigger than the hypotenuse. Okay, so it looks like that is going to work. So I can say h is equal to a 19.36, again, just truncating, and that is going to be in feet. So make sure you guys create the picture of your word problem. Always write down the information that you have, and then go ahead and use your knowledge that you have for right triangle trigonometry to go ahead and solve.